Good morning. Hey, it's Wednesday and I'm on the Willoway dock. There is some outstanding plants here on the dock today. Let's take a quick walk through and look at these beautiful plants. First up here we're looking at peonies. And the peonies are just starting to come up here. Nice full plants though. These are going to be gorgeous. And so our peony crop is just breaking. So next up here in this order we're looking at some of our heated perennials. And we have some salvia here, and we can see the hosta. They're just starting to break. They look very nice, full plants. Here we're starting to see cartloads of these beautiful ferns, Brunera, coming in from our greenhouse. We'll take a closer look at those a little later on today. Here we have a gorgeous barberry, and this is barberry Sunjoy Gold Pillar. And these are 2 gallons. You see the ladies here getting them ready. Big, full 2-gallon plants. Good value on these. So we're looking at Stellas over there. Here we have some Scabiosa, and Stilbes are coming on. Here we have some Japanese bloodgrass. Beautiful perennials, just coming on, getting ready to go on loads. Pull one of these flats of Vinca, and as you can see, nice, full, heavy plants are starting to flower, lush growth on them. And you know, all these perennials have got heat to them, so they pushed them a little bit. So definitely be careful if we drop below that 40-degree range. You'll have to do a little protection, but as you can see, they're coming on very nice. Again, a few more perennials here. We have some Nepeta, and nice full containers there. Here we're looking at the phlox that come up, and you know, those are really going to jump here in the weeks ahead. More on these 7-gallon hollies. We have perennials, and this is Golden Girl. And again, what a value on these perennial hollies. Nice shape to them, beautiful. Now another new boxwood here. This one is a proven winter selection. This one's called Sprinter. The color we have here is honey-made holly, and you know, that's a beautiful evergreen holly. Nice variegation to it. We'll pan over here. Here's an updated. This is our heated crop. This rose is at last, and you can see here it's breaking nicely. The tree here I've been showing you for a few weeks is Syringa Bloomerang Dark Purple, and I'll come up here. You can kind of see the buds are starting to open up on these. You know, you're going to have some color here very soon, and this is one that continues to bloom throughout the season. Beautiful 7-gallon Syringa Bloomerang Dark Purple. Here we see a break on the Wagilla, and this is the Checkmark Trilogy, and another great plant from Proven Winners. And these are gorgeous. The guys trimmed them back. They're just starting to break. Beautiful. Here we're looking at an order that has our 3-gallon burning bush, and this kind of gives you an update on the crop. Big, heavy, full 3 gallons. Nice growth on them. In the background there, we're looking at our 7-gallon Rhamnus fine lines, and wow, look at that. That's an instant effect plant. Beautiful. And then next to them is Syringa, and this one's Miss Kim, a very popular landscape plant here. And I'll zoom in. And again, the buds are just starting to open up on those guys. They're going to be gorgeous in the week ahead. Show you this one. Look at the color. This is Deutzia Chardonnay Pearls. And you can see this gorgeous color starting to light up on the palette here. And if you zoom in there, you can see they're just starting to set buds. So this is a great time to get them. Deutzia Chardonnay Pearls. So we've been talking about this plant for the last few weeks, and this is Aronia Low-Scape Hedger. And you can see how beautiful these threes are. Nice, heavy, full plants. And again, this is a very adaptable plant for most areas throughout the Midwest. And it's a great low hedge. And just check this one out. Aronia Low-Scape Hedger. Here's a peek at the Aloe Hedgehog. You can see they're just now starting to throw up some spikes. And so then here we have Pink the Town, Dianthus. So there's a few varieties of Dianthus that are pushing on. And these are gorgeous plants. Next to them, check out, we've seen the 3-gallon Miss Kims. Look at these big 7s. Here we're looking at color, and this one is our Snow Fountain Cherries. You know, they're just coming in to color. We have the pink snow showers, and these are snow fountains, and beautiful color right now. Here's another great color plant, very popular. This is Thuja Fire Chief. So I've just been updating you on the grasses here, and you can see they're starting to jump up a little bit. Here we have 3-gallon Gracilis, and you can see they're a little bit further along. Again, as we get into the heat in the next couple of weeks, they'll really start jumping. So azaleas have been really moving out in the last few weeks here. You can see these gorgeous 3 gallons. Look at this 1 gallon. This is Herbert. We have Karen's for the purple lavender color, which is very popular. just loaded with buds. You know, in the next week to 10 days, these are really going to have a nice display of color. Don't forget your azaleas. So here's an update on your roses. You know, here we're looking at the knockouts. You can see with each week we're getting a little more color and foliage on them, and you know, you can see the uniformity in this crop. It's going to look gorgeous on the lots. So here we have our 3-gallon. This is Buxus Green Velvet. And you can see these are gorgeous 3 gallons here. Look at that. Again, you see the guys getting loads ready to put on the truck today, and here's a peek at our 7-gallon Buxus Green Velvet, and these are very nice full 7-gallon plants. So look at the Bernera. You know, this is just starting to come up to the dock here from a heated crop. Gorgeous foliage on that. Look at that color, guys. Here we have Forsythia Show Off, and you know, we've been talking about that too, and you can see they're starting to come into their own. They bloom just a tad later. And then also Magical Gold is also a little bit later. But the thing on this one, you can see they're blooming up and down the stem. They start at the bottom and go to the tip. So we got a lot of color coming on these. So here's a few iris. We have Iris Caesar's brother and the variegated iris here. You can see they're coming up nicely. Beautiful. Here we have Subulata Phlox. This is Emerald Blue. You can see they're loaded with color, and this is what's going to be in bloom in the yards. You're going to see that carpet of color, and people are going to be looking for it. This is Phlox Subulata Emerald Blue. More gorgeous woodies here. We have our 3-gallon Salix Caprea, and you know, this adds some nice texture to the landscape. Look at that gorgeous tree. A few more grasses to look at. We have some morning light grass here, Gracilis, variegated miscanthus. So again, the grasses are starting to wake up a little bit, and you know, we'll keep you posted as they come along. Look at this monster 7-gallon Chamaecyparis mops. This is a 7-gallon, guys. Look at that. Another grass update here. We have Pennisetum Hamlin in 3 gallons. And you know, we went from just starting to see the foliage popping to almost filling the container here. So here we're looking at the color on those are Pieris Katsura, you know, and they're full open. And then here we have color starting to come on. This one is Pieris Mountain Fire. And it does bloom, but the color on this one is the foliage. Beautiful 3-gallon plant. Another nice landscape plant. Here we're looking at our 7-gallon. These are Taxus Captains. Nice big heavy plant, landscape ready. Here we're looking at Geranium Roseanne, and again, nice can full of plants. Achillea's looking really good, and we can see the ferns. Here we have Autumn Brilliance, that gorgeous rust color, new foliage coming out on them. Here's another great landscape plant. This is Physocarpus Tiny Wine from Proven Winners. So the guys again are getting things ready, and so this is Spirea Double Play Pink. Nice series, and you can see the plants are gorgeous, big full plants just starting to leaf out. And then this one is a gorgeous one here too. This is another Double Play series from Proven Winners. This is Spirea Double Play Red. A little more color here. We see more of those Thuja Fire Chief. We're looking at Blue Star Juniper. Nice blue color on those. Spinning around Wagelia Maimone are starting to come into foliage. A lot of the blueberries have went out. You know, they've got a great bloom set on them, which means a lot of fruit. Here we're looking at Spirea Glow Girl. And you know, the Spirea are just starting to leaf out here. You can see probably in a week's time these are going to be nice little mounds of that gorgeous glowing yellow foliage. And then great landscape plant. This is Hydrangea Petiolaris 3 gallons. And we have both 3s and 7s, but you can see nice full trellis plants, good value. So you can see more of those Pieris kicking in there, and lilacs. Lilacs are starting to ship, and you want to get them in. So the guys have done the extra step of spraying them, and we just released them out, and you can see they're starting to pop out in buds. So again, this is when you want to get them. We'll come in here, you see all those buds? That's going to be in color here in the week ahead, so definitely get to your lilacs. Here we have Physocarpus Ginger Wine, another great selection of Physocarpus from Proven Winners. Very hardy, disease-resistant plant. Good color on that. Look at the color on this one here. Here's another double play. This is one of the newer ones as well. This is Spirea Double Play Doozy. Here we have an Ilex Galabra, and again, this is a more dwarf Galabra from Proven Winners. This one's called Strong Box, and this may be a good alternative for boxwood. And you can see here, nice tight shape to them, Great value on these threes. Now as I come out, the guys are finishing up the digging. Here we're looking at some gorgeous weeping cercis, and these are going to go on the truck. So if you got your B&B on order, definitely get with the team and get those scheduled for delivery. And we have some fantastic plants coming out of the field this week. Another peek at color here. You get a little closer look at these ferns. And again, these are our 19 centimeter brilliant autumn fern. Look at that gorgeous plant. In the bloom, those are Corydalis canary feathers, and we have some lavender here, 19 centimeters, that are just looking sensational. Look at that. This is lavender phenomenal, and silver mist. Here we get a little better close-up look on a stilbe. Again, these are sensational, big 19 centimeter plants, and you know, nice, big, full to the can, and also some of them are starting to pop some bud. Beautiful stilbes. These carts just came in, and again, we'll try to get a closer look for you, but these are our 19 centimeter digitalis, and you can see here our first crop is coming on nicely. Look at this gorgeous flower. Well, if you've been waiting for these, here we have chick charms. You know, these are outstanding little plants that you can use in a planter on the patio. You can put them in your landscape, very hardy, and these are just sensational color plants as well. Look at these beautiful plants. These are chick charms. Here's another palette of azaleas. This one happens to be Karen. You know, and some are blooming a little earlier than some, but you know, basically these are starting to crack color, and you want to get them in at this stage because they tend to have more bloom time if you get them in there, because once you get them in flower, obviously the more you handle them, the more opportunity you have to knock that flower off. So we got some time here. You need to get them in the next week to 10 days. You can see the color starting to pop. These plants are just gorgeous. Here we're looking at liriope, and liriope is another crop that we cut back early in the spring. We knock all those tips off, and man, as soon as the heat hits these things, they're going to be gorgeous. You can see how full they are. Also, carex grass are similar. We cut those back, and they're going to start coming on with the heat here real soon. Here we have Hemerocallis. The first ones are Pardon Me, and the next ones are Stella d'Oro, and you can see they're starting to come up and look great. Here we're looking at drift roses, again, to give you a little update of status, and you can see they've come on nicely. You can see they're starting to fill out that container with them all being trimmed back. The guys did a great job of getting them up and ready to go, and they're all going to be nice uniform plants in your lot. Here's a good perspective. Here we have the 3-gallon Petiolaris I showed you. Man, look at these 7s. This is a landscape plant, nice full heavy trellis plants, gorgeous. As I mentioned earlier, here we have our carex. So you can see all the carex are nice full plants. They've been cut back and they're starting to break. So again, get a little heat on these, they're just going to poof out and really look great. Be sure to check our website. We got updated pictures on the perennials, and we have a great selection for you. 7-gallon, these are pink snow showers, and again, you can see they're starting to show some color and open up here. So cherries are looking really good. I'd grab those and get them in the lot now. Here we're looking at Deutzia, and so here we have the Deutzia Nico, and also I wanted to show you these Yuki. And the Yuki series, as you can see, are big, full, heavy plants. Nice foliage on them. They're going to start to throw flower here very soon. And wow, look at the value. That's a 2-gallon, guys. Here we're looking at some of the hydrangeas, and these are the City Line series. And you can see these are gorgeous full plants. They're leaf and bud. And so if you wanted to get a jump start and get some color in, you could definitely grab some of these and put them in. So just be sure that you protect these. Again, if we should get a little cold snap, these are going to need some more protection. Look at these. Wow, these are our 3-gallon Physocarpus, and this one is Little Devil. This is a first editions plant here. Look how nice and big they are, and they're just starting to break foliage. Here we have the bright red stems of Cornus Ivory Halo, and you know, these give multi-season interest. We have these gorgeous stems here, early spring and then also in the winter. And then in the summer we have the variegated foliage, and you know, Ivory Halo is much more resistant than the other varieties with black spot. It's a good selection. Ivory Halo, 3 gallons. More Pennisetum Hamlins, and I just wanted to zoom up there to give you that color. This is blue fescue grass, and 19 centimeters are looking great right now. You know, they love this cool weather because they really show off that gorgeous blue color and really shine at this time of the year. This is grass blue fescue. Here we have a Taxus, and this is a 3-gallon Taxus densiformis. Nice value on these. So this is a hydrangea here. I just wanted to show you, give you an update. This is hydrangea quercifolia-alis. And the oak leaves, if you will come on just a little bit later. You can see they're starting to break, and we'll just fill this thing up. I mean, this thing's going to look gorgeous. These have nice canes to them. Good value on these. Hydrangea-alis. Xberries. You know, Xberries are another one that's, you see they're just loaded with flower, and Xberries are going to start to come into color here real soon. They're a little later than the standard azaleas, so you want to get your evergreen azaleas in and then move over to the Xberries. They're very forgiving and offer a lot of color. Here we're looking at Gibraltar. We still have some of those hard to get reds. We have King's Red, and they're just gorgeous plants. You know, don't forget your euonymus, and this one happens to be Gaiety, but we have a great selection of euonymus available right now, and you can see here nice heavy 2-gallon plants. And they're pretty tough plants. They can take a little bit of cool weather to them and offer early spring color, and they're awesome in the landscape. Euonymus. So next to those nice euonymus here, I just want to give you an update. Here's another look at those 3-gallon Buxus Winter Gems. I mean, this is an incredible value. Again, pallets of these Deutzias starting to come in here, and these are all the Yuki series. This one's Cherry Blossom. Look at that big, full 2-gallon plant. So around here we're looking at Forsythia Spring Glory, and that's one of the first to come into color. And you can see here they're coming on strong, beautiful yellow foliage that you're going to see in a lot of the yards here real soon. Here we're looking at PJMs, and again, this is an early bloomer. Still tight buds, so you got a longevity to the flower on this, but you definitely want to get them on your next load. And you can see we got nice, beautiful plants. Look at those flowers, guys. So here we're looking at some bigger lilacs, and this is one of my favorites. This is Syringa Tiny Dancer. So this one has European breeding in it for a size. Quite frankly, it's only going to get about 6 to 7 foot high. So that's a small stature plant, tight, compact, just loaded with our traditional blooms of spring. And these are just loaded with flower buds. Look at that flower, man. These things are going to explode in color here real soon. Nice heavy plants. Syringa Tiny Dancer. Here we're looking at Corylus contorta, you know, and this is the standard green leaf. We also have a red leaf version. These add a lot of interest to the landscape, out of leaf, and then also kind of a nice texture plant in the landscape throughout the summer with the foliage. So here's our 3-gallon Corylus. So the flower we have here are fragrant viburnums, and they're going to start kicking here real soon. We got a nice selection of fragrant viburnums, great looking in containers, so be sure to check with our sales team. This has a really nice scent that you can enjoy on the patio, fragrant viburnums. Here we're looking at Juniper Green Sargent. Look at the size of that 3-gallon, guys. What a value. So here we're looking at those limelight trees, and again, big, heavy 7-gallon plants. They're trimmed back. They're going to start to break here shortly, but you know, paniculatas are usually later to break. And you can see here we've got a nice selection coming on. You know, we're looking at vanilla strawberry, and I think this one's Pinky Winky. So they're starting to break foliage now. The guys trimmed them back, and you know, these things are just going to explode in the next 2 weeks with foliage, and they're going to be great looking plants. Here we have a Taxus, and this adds nice color, very resilient plant. This is Taxus Bright Gold, 3 gallons. Here we have a nice sedum mix, and this one's in our Plants at Work group, and this one is called Flaming Carpet. So it has several varieties of sedum in it, and you know, on itself this could be put into a container and make a great planter on the patio, and very nice color on this one. Here's sedum, Flaming Carpet. Here we're looking at 15-gallon magnolias, and you know, magnolias, Royal Star is usually the first one to pop. Here we're looking at Anne, and I'll zoom in here. You can see they're starting to break color, so we're going to have a lot of nice color on these plants very soon. Magnolia Anne. Check out these landscape ready plants. Here we have our 15-gallon Taxus Hicksii. Look at these monsters. Gorgeous full plants all the way to the base. Nice consistency. Taxus Hicksii 15s. Here we have a pallet of holly. You know, holly is very popular, and this one is our Royal Family, so it has the male and female in the pot, so you're insured the fruit. Check these out. We have a great selection of holly. These are our 3-gallon Royal Family. So have a twist on an old favorite, and this is Philadelphus or Mock Orange, and this is Snow White Fantasy. And you know, this one is a little different, and it's a more tight, compact grower, and it has fragrant double blooms. Put this one on your must-have list. This is Philadelphus or Mock Orange Snow White. Another thing coming up to the dock are these gorgeous fruit trees, and you can see they're starting to flower. And what does flower mean? I keep saying flower is fruit, and you know, you can see these are loaded with flower, so it's going to be a great plant to bring you some harvest right in your own backyard. Check out our fruit tree selection. Wow, check these out. So it's time for nooks and crannies. You know, nooks and crannies are an awesome plant in that they're hardy perennials that can be used in so many applications. You know, these can be used in the walkway, rock walls, even roof gardens. They're very popular in the fairy gardens, mini gardens, and patio containers as well. So we got a great selection on board here, and as you can see, they're can full plants ready to go. Beautiful nooks and crannies. Well, here's another barberry. This is a red, so this is our 2-gallon barberry. This is Concord Red. Nice value on these. We got some great pygmy barberry, and we've seen the Maria Sun Gold pillar there earlier, and these are just gorgeous full plants. Concord barberry. Again, look at this subulata phlox, guys. This is a picture. We got a nice selection of them. They're all colored up, looking sensational. Here we have Rhamnus fine line, you know, and I've seen these used in mixed containers as they're small. Larger though, they make a phenomenal narrow hedge, very hardy. Oh, another azalea update. Here we're looking at our 3-gallon. This one is Stewart Stonium, and look at the color on that, guys. Here we're looking at the beautiful color on these snow fountain cherries, and you know, I showed you earlier these can be base budded, or these are top grafted and grafted at different heights even. And snow fountain cherry has this beautiful just fountain of white color in the spring. In the fall it has a vibrant fall color, and it adds just dimensional color throughout the season. Check this one out. This is snow fountain cherry. Well, you can see here the field stocks coming in here. We got some gorgeous big plants. Be sure to get your loads. Well, as you can see, that's a quick walk through the dock here, and we see a lot of color coming on. We have perennials that are heated up, starting to give you some great color. We have awesome landscape ready plant material, and spring is here, guys. It's time to get those orders and projects going. Geez, I hope we're loading this truck for you.